Alright guys, it's a new day and we're going to try to remedy the carburetors that go to the black snowmobile. So we're going to put the carburetors from the red, or the floats from the red snowmobile into the black one, because those two actually leaked. And that should give us carburetors that are all set to go, and the jetting should be right on those as well. So the other thing we're going to do, there's a YouTube video on calibrating sensors. It's power, ground, and then 5 volt. 5 volt power, ground, and then I think 4 volts is the max out. So one quick and dirty way to do it would be to take a USB cable and find the power and ground on that, and then take the multimeter and see if we can get 5 volts out. So we're basically, you can move the slots and that'll give you your adjustability to get to exactly the correct output voltage. So I accept the fact that this won't be done today, so instead of that, how about we get the black girl out of here, and because she's all ready to ride. Other than that, it's just a yellow paint poking through, and the front shocks are probably toast. Well, the handlebars are a little crooked too. The alignment's right, the bars are crooked. So I'm used to riding it like that. So today it's supposed to hit 50, but in the evening time we're expecting snow showers and more snow overnight. So we may be brought back to a usable state of snow by tomorrow. So I don't know that for sure, but right now I can throw the floats at this and reassemble, and then get our 5 volt adjusted correctly, and then we'll pick a sensor off of these two. There's brand new carburetor floats coming in for this, and we're also going to have to make some more phone calls and order some more stuff for some of the other snowmobiles around here. But this will be one thing we can do right now that would improve our life dramatically and get one snowmobile out of our hair that doesn't run. So we're going to work on that, since today is a pretty warm day. And also we'll be collecting maple syrup. We'll be collecting maple juice. So one of the jugs blew away. I haven't fixed that yet, so I'm going to go out and fix that right away, so we can collect all day today, and maybe tomorrow we can cook off. So we got a very busy week with lots of stuff to do, lots of parts to buy, and try and get our snowmobiles back on tap in case there's more snow toward the end of the year. Toward the end of the winter. And so forth. So I want to get Leroy's Arctic Cat fixed properly. I want to make sure our four-wheelers are also ready to ride. We may be riding them this weekend. We'll have to see about that. So there's a couple things, in the making as far as our plans Saturday and Sunday. So it'd also be nice to go to church again on a Sunday. So that's also, something to think about. All right, let's get the carbs fixed and get to the next part. All right, I got my new retarded phone. Just on a wild hair. Here I am, I clean the lens. Okay. This new phone has got 4 cameras on the front. So hopefully 4 shitty cameras are better than 1 good camera. Gotta be honest, I already hate this phone. So anyway, let's have a short story. So, Cricket, you want to see my face, eh? So, Cricket Wireless, I don't understand what they're doing. I called in and talked to a couple of texts, but they have been sending out messages letting customers know that their old phones will no longer work on the new network plan, whatever it is. It kind of coincides with the 5G rollout that they're doing. So it appears you have to have a 5G phone. So my phone is an old S8 Active, which is the last of the Galaxy Armor Body phones. So I'm very reluctant to switch. I would like to have multiple cameras, true, but I'm very reluctant to switch. I'm an ordinary working guy, and I use my phone as a tool. It's not a fashion item, it's a tool. So, and I'm an engineer by nature, so it is absolutely ridiculous for me to think about having to buy a phone and a phone case and a safety screen protector. You could just build a phone with all that. Like the old Galaxy Armor Body phones. They're very good. You'll never break a screen unless you drop it directly on, like say you got a little stone on your kitchen table and you drop it on the screen and the screen hits the stone. That'll break the screen. So I've dropped it on driveways. I've even kneeled on mine on the driveway. Well, our driveway stones around, so that might have helped. But they're very tough phone. They got a tough glass, but they only got one camera. So they did a program to get free phones. So the phone I've got and the phone that my wife's got are the free Galaxy or the free Samsung phone they sent out. I think it's an A20E or something. They used to have an A10E. I think this is an A20E or A20A. I'm not even sure. Anyway, it's kind of it's a mid-grade or a cheap phone. It's got lots of cheap cameras on it. It's got a cheap, stupid screen. It's not an OLED like the S8 had a nice crisp OLED screen. This has got a very watery fishbowl looking, kind of like you're looking through a jar of water. Stupid screen. I don't remember what it's called. I did see the specs at one point, but and it's huge, way bigger than necessary. My little stubby fingers won't reach around everything, but hopefully the video quality is better with the multiple screens, so we'll see. So anyway, the network switched on the 22nd, and my phone's been working all the way through. It's just that it was freaking out when I took a phone call, and then sometimes it would switch me off a speaker without me doing anything, and I couldn't get back to the screen to switch. You know, so while we were in the tug snowmobiling, I got frustrated and threw it on the floor, which usually I'll save my aggression until my phones are on the very last legs, and I'll throw them on the floor and break the screens, and that's my way of giving them a good old Viking funeral. So I was able to I used it a couple more days, so today I switched over to this one, and I already hate it. But the good news is the S8 still works, so I might be able to go get an S8 active and just keep on going with that. Otherwise, I have to do the research. Kind of like this snowmobile debacle. I know for me to satisfy my own mind about what I need to do, I'm going to have to put a lot of research and energy and effort into it, and I just really don't want to. I'd rather put that energy into snowmobiles right now and just stay with the phone. I know how to work it, and I know that it does the job fairly well. It just hates low light conditions and so forth, but it almost seems like this phone screen is really dim. I'm going to see if I can go up with the brightness. Oh, the brightness has been way down. Alright, cool. Well, here's a nice dark corner. It's a dark shelf. It seems pretty crispy. Multiple low quality cameras should get us very nice video in close quarters like this. So sorry to go on a rant like that, but this should definitely make everything a little bit better, hopefully, as far as our area in here is concerned. So speaking of area in here, someday we'll probably go and paint the walls. First thing we got to do insulation. This place is drafty as can be, and the windier days are blowing from the south now that it's springtime, so it's very uncomfortable in here. We burn a lot of diesel fuel too, so I might get a roll of double bubble. I don't have a stapler, but if I got a hammer tacker, I could smash double bubble in there and do a pretty quick and dirty job of it. So I let the owner know that I want to. He didn't say no. He just kind of grunted and didn't say anything, so I don't know what that means. Anyway, So on a wild hair, since we've been calling this the red carburetors because they go to red snowmobile, which has a red engine, I thought it'd be pretty fun to, you know, give it a spritz of red paint. So, and by spritz, I meant literally just a tiny spritz. But I'm the overboard guy. I have no control over myself sometimes. And this is what I got to. And I'm like, the longer I kept going, the better it looks. So anyway, we have the jets back in. And there's nothing left in this bucket. So there's the leaky floats. So we're gonna, sorry, I lost my train of thought. No, not really. We're gonna leave the crappy floats in here until the new ones come. And we're just gonna paint this and set it aside somewhere. Probably in this white container. So I've been over lunch. Went for a walk in the woods with the boys. And then ate lunch. So now we're done with all that. The snow's falling off the roof. I just shoveled a big bunch of it away. So I might have to do that again too. But like I said before, we want to calibrate the sensors. So, and we're missing one screw over here. So we're going to finish the paint job. And then here's a little tails for the carb. I don't know why on earth they have those. But we're going to put them back on after we painted it. So the idea here is paint this, put this carb together. So let's get right to the painting. Figured I would put you guys up here so we can have at least one little action thing every once in a while. Alright, I can zoom in, but there's no point in that. Come on, zoom. Yeah, I hate this camera already. It's not a friend of mine. So, we're going to give her a spritzer. This is International Harvester Red Rust-Oleum. Only T-Best. And by the best, I definitely don't mean automotive grade. It's just my favorite kind of spray for poor people. Oh, people. Well, we gotta fix this, I guess, so. I'm sure that'll work out well. Nope, that didn't work. And actually pull the little nozzle out of there if you do it right. So it's not actually the nozzle, it's actually the can itself. Well, there we go. There we go. I got paint everywhere. I have to get some gas or something. Wow. Alright, I'm probably sure that's as much as you want to watch. We're going to keep messing with this. I got the air hose right here too, so maybe that'll help. Might have to put some acetone in the can or the nozzle to try and get this clear, but we'll figure it out. Alright, I blew some air back through it, so looks like that's working again. Come on. Come along here. There we go, that might do. There, that ought to look pretty flashy. So let's get this other carb put together and get that all fixed. Alrighty guys, hey, we're working on our Polaris carbs. So let's for a second go show you the snowmobiles. This is my 2001 Pro X 600. We done a bunch of custom paint and stuff on it. Got an unnecessary tunnel extension just for the bag and painted the gas tank, moved the seat up higher. There's more on that on my channel. And then this other one is the 2000, I think it's a 2003. I always thought it was an 02 until I registered it. So close the hood on this too and take the old air box out. Don't need to break any more things. There's this one, covered in rotogram, at least the salt's gone. So this is my 2003 X-Edge 600. And here's the carbs from both. So today we're going to go over setting up your TPS sensor, how to calibrate it. So as you can tell, it's got some slots. And also you can tell that the red carburetors definitely go to the red snowmobile. So that'll look pretty snaz once, once they're back in. So right now we're waiting on a new set of floats, needle and seat for this guy. So those are on the way. But for now, we're going to put all the stuff into this set of carburetors and make this work. These are jetted for the X Edge, the black one. And I want to show you guys how to build your own TPS sensor. I don't even know what to call the thing. You can buy a little box from Polaris, I guess. I didn't check. I just went straight to the old internet and figured it out on my own. Since this is a 5-volt sensor, I'd assume it's automotive style. It looks just like the one on my Toyota Tacoma. So we did a little bit of backyard engineering. We came up with some resistance figures across the pins. And that is not what I'm after. So what I'm after actually is, also I did buy a used TPS off of eBay. It's very nice and crispy, so we might also test this one and put some silicone across the back, get that sealed up. So luckily I got a refund for that. I kind of doubt it works. So I was suspicious one of these TPSs was faulty, so we made a little mark right here, little mark right there, just to help us out. I spent several hours on my knees working up north to get the carburetors fixed, so it could be that we're just fighting a float bowl issue the whole time, but I'm still very confused. There's something about the 600 that doesn't, the X Edge that doesn't want to run right. So we started trying to track that down, and outside you can hear the snow dripping off the roof, and it was raining a minute ago, so things are definitely heating up inside and outside. So let's get straight to the point. So you need a 5-volt power source. So this little battery adapter thing off of eBay, it says it outputs 5 volts, 2.1 amps. Well, I plugged it in and checked it, and it was definitely not 5 volts. It was either, I think it was 5.1 or something, a little higher than necessary. So, fortunately, I found this charger cord, and this is a dual conductor one. These should have 4 sets of wires because 2 are power and 2 are data. So the red and black one here, the red and black one inside the sheathing are connected with the red and black one outside the sheathing, and that comes around here. And I didn't make these extra long because I anticipated using the USB one. I could just set that on the engine and work, so that would not be a big problem. So what you need, so the red one is power. That comes over to the alligator clip. And then this alligator clip here is the alligator clip for the tester. Now that everything's plugged in, and my leads are in backwards, so we could flip the leads around here quick. Okay, now we got rid of the negativity there on the screen, so now it's not reading minus. So red wire goes to the airbox side of the sensor, and then the negative goes to the engine block side of the sensor. So here we'll just unplug this. So this is a ring terminal. The ring terminal, I curled it over and then put the shrink tube around it. So it kind of makes I think there's a very small female spade terminal connector you can buy. So, and then you also need a connector for the ground side of the multimeter to plug into. So that goes on the engine side. So the way I did it there, you could basically keep shrinking it till it fits tight, and that fits tight the way it is. So, and then you want your sensor to be hooked onto here. So you got power, you got ground, and then you got input or signal. This is the line that goes back to the CDI box to tell it what to do, or ECU if it's on your fuel injected vehicle. So we need to tap into the ground wire to give us a ground reference to the power that's being outputted through the yellow lead. So, and then you take the throttle, my finger in here, you take the throttle and you open the throttle all the way. You want to see 4 volts. So we got 4.23. We're going to move the sensor toward the engine just a hair. Go full throttle again. Okay. We're at 4.14. So we can go forward just a little bit more. That moved a good bit. So we're at 4.07. This is sort of awkward, you know. Obviously, without the camera. Okay, that moved a little bit. Obviously, without the camera, you would have another hand. So 4.04. We're sneaking right up on it. Okay, that went to 3.98. All right. Okay. 4.02. Wow, we're right on the nose of her. There we go. There's 4 right on the money. Oh, that is too funny. As soon as I relax my grip. So basically what you want to do is you don't want these loose. You want them firm, you know, just so you can still move it. So next we're going to move over here and check this sensor. And so one of these screws is different. I dropped one of these all the way up in the parking lot of West Wind Power Sports, where I spent hours on my knees trying to combine a set of carbs to make them work. So we're going to get right to it and test the rest of these, but that's your short lesson for tonight. Being 9 minutes long already, so I'm sorry about that. We might have to do this again in another short video and upload it separately. So that's what we're doing. I think these carbs look beautiful. You got a couple silicone spots on top from contaminants, but anyway, we're going to have to go to supper pretty soon. I'm going to have to shovel up the mound of snow that's outside the door because it's very, very wet. It'll turn straight to ice overnight. So I can't wait to move some of this stuff out and get it cleaned up. I got to get the old Artie Cat in here too. Got coolant on the floor. Top of this engine needs to be regasketed. It seems to have a leak. I see a lot of bubbles in the coolant. So hopefully the homies get the carb parts sent over here pretty quick, like, so we can have our needle and seat back. Get rid of that leak. So the one side was leaking the O-ring, the other side was leaking the needle and seat. So that'll be good to get that straight. And this little ring terminal trick works a treat. So I might want to get rid of this alligator and do that, because the tips of the alligator still poke out, so there's always that chance of having making contact. That's why I got a little bit of masking tape around the nose. Probably doesn't do much, but so there it is. We're done did her. So yeah, all you need is try to get that bit size for you before I go. So it's a T25 Blue Point is what I've got with a security. Got the little security pin in the center. So you need a security bit unless, of course, you result to angry or impulses, we could say. So that's good, guys. I got nothing more to say. We're gonna stick these guys on and hopefully give her a hit out across the fields. We're supposed to get some snow showers pretty soon and then overnight as well. So unless it stays extra warm, we should hopefully, very hopefully, get enough snow to recoat what we've lost today, because we've lost a lot. We probably lost, yeah, any chance. There's no chance the trails will be open again. Which supposedly they were last Saturday, but I went on the page and looked, and I did not see anything related to trail openings again. I think the old guys have drunk their beer and drove their sleds, and now they've gone to bed watching football and on TV and sleeping in. I think's what's going on. I'm kidding. We do need more younger people snowmobiling, that's for sure. So that's good, guys. We're gonna see you in another video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, whatever. We'll keep making stuff if you can. We'll keep watching. That's how you do the TPS.